All right, y'all. So today I've got 3, maybe 4 simple tips on how to win big on every long form platform using solid SEO strategies, because I've realized that different platforms feel intimidating for different reasons, but it is possible to have one great idea for content and win/rank/get leads from multiple long form content places. Okay, so be prepared to take notes and then take action on this episode. All right, y'all, let's dig in. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing. Do you want to grow your business with sustainable traffic sources? Have you heard about the power of search engine optimization and you want to take advantage of it to get more traffic, more eyeballs on your business? But when it comes down to it, does SEO feel complicated and hard to implement? Are you tired of wondering what in the heck to do with your website to get more traffic and more leads knocking on your door? What if I could tell you that there was a simple, proven system for using SEO, blogging, and copywriting to get leads from your website, and not just any leads, high converting leads? Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, wife, mama, copywriter, SEO strategist, and barrel racer. And for the last 8 years, I've been figuring out what works and what doesn't work in the world of online marketing to get organic traffic. And now I'm here to share all the things I'm learning in the trenches of SEO, copywriting, and content marketing. How does 300%, 500%, or even 12,000% more traffic in a year sound? What could your business do with that kind of traffic increase? How many more people could you help? So listen in and prepare to take notes. I'm about to drop simple, actionable SEO marketing and copywriting tips, all with a heavy dose of Jesus-loving encouragement. Let's get you more traffic and more leads so you can help more people with your God-given gifts. Hey y'all, if you have not taken advantage of the 38% off birthday sale that I'm running from February 27th through March 6th, what are you waiting for? Seriously, I've never offered this big of a discount on all of my products before, and if you're waiting around for my 39th birthday, I may not do it again. We'll see, and you don't want to wait a whole year to start getting your SEO poop in a group. So head to faithhannon.com/tools or click the link in the show note for the exact product that you have been waiting for, because all of the products that I sell are 38% off using the code birthday38 from the calendar clear on to the Simple SEO framework and group coaching. Y'all, you can save a boatload of money with this sale and have all of the tools that you need to start getting leads and sales from your website and using long form content. So go to faithhannon.com/tools and use the code birthday38 at checkout if it's not already auto applied, because I want to get these tools into y'all's hands at a great, even better deal than normal, because I want to celebrate my birthday by giving y'all some good stuff. So faithhannon.com/tools, code birthday38 at checkout to save 38% on an already great product suite. All right, y'all. So 4 simple tips on how to win on every long form platform with great SEO. So I feel like there's a big misconception around podcast SEO versus YouTube SEO versus blog SEO. And that misconception, fake news / false assumption, whatever you want to call it, that fibby McFib is that SEO is all the same across the board, and it is not. I am here to tell you, put my stake in the ground, SEO is not the same across every long form content platform. It's not. Podcast SEO is very different than YouTube SEO, is very different than blog SEO. They are not the same. They're not the same. And I could explain them all to you, but it would take a long time. So it suffices to say, let me just give you this this illustration, I should say. SEO strategies across all the platforms are all about the size of the sea, the number of fish in the sea, and how many fishermen are fishing there. Okay. So think about it like this. There are less podcasts in the world than blogs. Why? Well, because it takes more guts to sit behind a microphone than it does to type something out, which is why we see so many mean keyboard warriors, I think, on social media. But I digress. And there are even less YouTube channels from business owners than there are podcasts and blogs. Well, why? It takes even more guts to turn a camera on and record than it does to sit behind a microphone, okay? So it's like a kind of an upside down pyramid, if you want to think about it like that. But regardless of what platform you are trying to rank on, long form platforms, here's what I'm talking about: podcast, blog, and SEO, or podcast, blog, and YouTube. Regardless of what platform you're trying to rank on, searches should dictate your SEO strategy across any platform, okay? And so here are 4 tips to still win with SEO on every long form platform. Ready? Number 1 is you have to realize that different platforms are used differently, and therefore they show their content differently. Now, I feel like I have talked about this a lot lately in episode 260 and 261, so I'm not going to go into tons of details here. But I want you to just think through how your audience, your ideal client, might use different platforms, different long-form platforms differently when it comes to gathering information and learning and understanding what it is that you teach and implementing the things that you teach, right? And I'm going to give you just an example of how I personally use those different platforms differently, just to get your brain going for how your person uses those platforms differently, potentially. So for myself, I will read blogs and articles and research stuff reading it when I need to fully wrap my brain around something. It's a newer, deeper concept that I need to understand more than surface level. If I'm really, really trying to learn something, I'll read about it. I'll read it, okay? If I'm in step-by-step application mode, I want to read about it, okay? Or if I need to be able to skim something very quickly and get the general gist of what they're saying, which I know are 2 very opposite ends of the spectrum. But I will look for blogs or articles or even magazines for that kind of information, okay? Podcasts, I will use podcasts personally when I need to be listening to something, but I'm also doing stuff. So I'll listen to podcasts when I'm driving. I'll listen to podcasts when I'm cleaning stalls or feeding horses sometimes or doing dishes, right? I'm listening and learning while I'm doing stuff. And for me and my family, we use YouTube for kind of entertainment, honestly, or for very specific instructions on fixing something, okay? And so that's how I use them differently. That's how I use the platforms differently. But I bet that your ideal client, there's some similarities. And so I want you to think through how your ideal client is using the different long-form platforms differently, okay? Now, number 2 step to win on every long-form platform is you got to know your keywords. You got to know your keywords, baby. You got to know. Because if you're assuming, we know what assuming does. We're not going to spell that out for you because there might be children's listening and I don't say that word. My mama would, I don't know what my mama would do, but she'd be very mad at me if I said that word, okay? So you have to know your keywords. Podcast keywords are not the same as YouTube keywords, are not the same as website and blog keywords, okay? Ubersuggest is my all-time favorite keyword research tool, all-time fave. I feel like I sing the praises of Ubersuggest on the rig. vidIQ is my jam for YouTube SEO, although to be fair, I have not cracked the YouTube code yet. I just haven't. Haven't honestly given it enough time and effort consistently to do that. That's on me, not on YouTube. But vidIQ is my jam for YouTube keywords. It's a really cool tool. And podcast SEO is kind of the wild, wild west, y'all, for several reasons. One, Apple doesn't publicly release search information. They don't share search volume numbers. They don't share keyword difficulty scores. They don't share search frequency data. And so it's an art and a science for podcast SEO. It really is. Because you're not getting impression data. And unlike Google, Apple is not sharing Keyword Planner, public API, and there's no transparent ranking factors with podcast SEO. Now, My friend Stephanie Gass does a really great job teaching you how to grow your podcast. I took her program, Podcast to Profit, several years ago. If you decide to join that program, please use my affiliate link because I do get a commission, and you did hear about it from me. But anyway, she teaches how to grow your podcast. So podcast keywords are not the same as YouTube, are not the same as blogging. Okay. Podcast keywords is the wild, wild west. Ubersuggest is what we know, love, and use in website and blog keywords. And vidIQ is my current jam for YouTube, although I haven't cracked the code fully. Okay. So number 4 thing that you need to know, you need to implement to win on every long form platform is you still have to create high quality content. And I feel like people kind of forgot that with the advent and the growth of AI. They're like, oh, I can just, type this in and it's going to magically get me leads. Well, no, not if it sucks. You still need to create high quality content. You still need to put in some effort. You still need to help your people with your stuff. Okay. You need to create high quality content regardless of the platform that you're publishing on. Okay. Now, this is a fine line, right? I want you to create something that you're going to be proud of in 6 months or a year, but I don't want you to be a perfectionist. Okay. It's a fun balance, isn't it? I'm laughing at myself here because obviously your unpublished content helps nobody, but at the same time, you want it to be something that's well done. Okay. On any platform. That doesn't mean you need to be a perfectionist. It doesn't mean you need to pay somebody $10 bajillion to edit. It doesn't mean that you need to let, perfectionism cause you to freeze, but it does still need to be quality. Okay. And the number 4 thing that's going to help you win on every long form platform is repurposing your podcast or YouTube audio transcripts into blogs, because what that's going to do is it's going to help you build SEO street cred on the interwebs with a great idea, great structure that you're already putting together in your YouTube or podcast workflow. And so you're going to be getting more, you're going to be casting out lines in a different pond with the same idea. It's just going to be optimized in a way that's ready for people to read and actually help them. Okay. So if you're like, ooh, Faith, this is me, I've created a really great bundle for you with my audio to SEO custom GPT and keyword research kickstart so that you can have my workflow from turning a transcript into an SEO friendly blog and keyword research kickstart so that you can figure out the keyword on Ubersuggest that you are going to try to rank for with your blog that you're repurposing your transcript into. That was a long sentence. Because Chatty can't do keyword research for you. It says it can, but it lies. You still have to be the brains of the operation and tell AI what your keyword is. And your keyword for your podcast or your YouTube is going to be different than your keyword for your blog. So you need the keyword research kickstart to help you figure out what your keyword is for your blog that you're trying to rank on. I know it sounds really convoluted, and it kind of is, but it's actually really simple when you start to implement it, because you're going to have your keyword researched. You're going to plug it in to the custom GPT. You're going to give the custom GPT your transcript, answer a few short questions, and then bada bing, bada boom, Chatty spits out a blog. You give it a little bit of feedback, and within 10 minutes, you're going to have a really great blog that's ready to upload. Okay. Now, if you're catching this in real or realish time, use the code birthday38, because for my 38th birthday, I am offering y'all a 38% discount on all of the products in my suite, in my product suite, from the calendar on down to the Simple SEO framework, but it also applies to this audio and SEO keyword research kickstart bundle. So you're going to get 38% off of an already steal of a deal. And if you're not catching this in real time, use the code podcast. It's not going to be 38% discount, but it's still going to be a discount. Use the code podcast to get a discount on the audio and SEO and keyword research kickstart bundle so that you can start taking that transcript and repurposing it the right way into a blog, because there's a lot of wrong ways to repurpose, but this ain't one of them. This is going to help you repurpose smarter and get more leads in more than one place just with one content idea. So head to faithhannon.com/tools or click the link in the show note and get that deal and start repurposing your content and saving yourself so much time. All right, y'all, we'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.